The Minnesota Vikings pull off a tough victory. Nothing but positive vibes over here. Beating the Las Vegas Raiders on the road. Giving everything they got. Final score, 3-0. They scored the 3 points on the second to last possession. Where do you even start? First off, in all seriousness, this is the third worst Vikings game I've ever witnessed in my life. First, I would say the Josh Freeman game. Second, I would say the Joe Webb game. Third is this game right here. And this goes back to Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs, who, bro, I'm nobody. I am nobody. I'm some dude that does YouTube videos. Josh Dobbs has shown you throughout his career, the man jumps from team to team to team. Not because all these other teams are oblivious and they're just, oh, well, Josh Dobbs, well, he's so great, but we have better players than him. That's not the reason. He's a career journeyman backup quarterback. And this wasn't even a surprise when KOC announced that Dobbs was going to be the starter. I knew it was going to happen. But this whole idea that, listen, man, he's never had these weapons before in his career. KOC is going to call a much better game plan. There's a lot of upside with this guy. I'm nobody. But I said, this is going to end in a disaster. Because you can't rely on this guy on a long-term basis. You can't. The numbers tell you that you can't. It's like people that get attacked by animals, these animal attacks, like 5% I feel bad for. Sometimes wrong place, wrong time. You walk outside, the neighbor's bad dog got loose out of their backyard and they bit you, and that sucks. Or you live in Florida, you're going for a walk and you see a gator too late that blended in with the grass. Like, I feel bad for that. That 5%. It's just, all right, that absolutely sucks. The other 95%, oh, yeah, this person survived the bear attack. Oh, what happened? I was hiking. Oh, okay. Say no more, fam. This person, oh my God, they escaped with their lives from a tiger attack. What were they doing? Oh, they were riding a bike through the forests of Southeast Asia. Oh, okay. You put yourself in that position. That's what the Vikings did with Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs, 10 for 23 before he got benched. I mean, even Kevin O'Connell, I guess, has a threshold where he says, this is ridiculous. This is embarrassing. I have to do something. Josh Dobbs, before he got benched, 10 for 23. 63 yards passing. Nick Mullins, with 10 less attempts, threw for 20 more yards. The offense stalling. I mean, you saw it against Chicago. You saw it against Denver. Josh Dobbs is not going to get it done. This is not rocket science. No pun intended for Josh Dobbs. And yet, this whole, we studied film together, and we went over notes. And I talked with Josh, and everything's going to be different this time. Are you serious right now? That was awful. And the run game was hitting. I mean, Alexander Madison, before he got hurt, 10 carries, 66 yards. But going back to Dobbs, not only was he awful, nearly threw 2 interceptions, his targets were erratic, all over the place. I mean, there was a low pass in the dirt to Brandon Powell. Justin Jefferson, who just got back, finally, his return, and the memes and the music videos and the hype. Hey, 18, he's coming back. This man, Josh Dobbs, throws a high-ass pass that Jefferson can make a play on, but he exposed his body because of that pass, way off target. He was wide the F open, stretching up his arms, exposing his ribs, crack. Took a hard hit for no reason. Out for the rest of the game. That's who Josh Dobbs is. That's who he has always been. That's who he will always be. I like him as a backup, temporary situations. But fam, when that announcement came out and Dobbs, he's going to be the starting quarterback, and it's going to be different this time, and there's some upside and all these Sesame Street conversations. It's like, all right, okay. It's just like Sean Mannion over Kyle Sloter. Everybody comes up with all these different reasons for why Jaren Hall, there's nothing else to see there. He deserves no opportunity. But Josh Dobbs, oh my God, the longest leash I've ever seen. Everybody looked for every reason to tear Kyle Sloter down while giving nothing about Sean Mannion. And it's like, all right, fine. You know what? I'm not going to sit here and yell and get outraged and say, how could you not play Jaren Hall? This is absolutely ridiculous. You want to go ahead and play Josh Dobbs? All right, you better be right. And you escaped that game 3-0. Only after you finally made the move to bench Dobbs, because clearly he wasn't it. And guess what? We have another controversy at the quarterback position. Who's going to be the quarterback? Who's going to be the starting quarterback against Jake Browning and the Cincinnati Bengals? It's going to be Nick Mullins. Jaren Hall, he's going to be the emergency quarterback again. Dobbs will be the QB2, right? We don't want to ruffle any feathers at all. That's why I said Jaren Hall should be the starter. We know exactly what we are getting and not getting from Josh Dobbs and Nick Mullins, for that matter. And we don't even know if Jaren Hall, everybody said, well, someone in the live stream said everyone swears that Jaren Hall is the next Tom Brady. We don't know who he is, but we know who Dobbs is and Mullins is. And I know what I saw from Hall in the limited time that he got. But politics, that's all it is, bro. Josh Dobbs, bro, I'm nobody. I'm some dude that talks about the Vikings on YouTube. And I said, this will fail the Josh Dobbs experience. It's going to fall apart. His production tells you that. Why are we acting like this is a shocker here? You won that game 3-0. That game could have very well ended 0-0 as the final score after overtime. Punt, 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 punt. Punt, 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 punt. Yo, Brian Flores is the real MVP of this team. This man saved Kevin O'Connell's ass because of that defense, who is overachieving with the talent that they have. Meanwhile, KOC, even with quarterback issues, which you wanted to put yourself in this position to say that Josh Dobbs is the savior, you have all this talent everywhere. And what happens? Brian Flores comes to save the day, baby. 3-0 against the Vegas Raiders. They improved to 7-6, but we're not going to be negative. I'm sure that Josh Dobbs will return and be the superhero that I've been told that he is. Okay.